Apocalypse.
What's up, Otaku Nation? It's ya boy, Oda King Live, coming at you again for another YouTube chat episode. And I think I missed last week, so I apologize if you're one of the, 3 people that watches this series. Unfortunately, I've been not really keeping up with a lot of the YouTube chat scene lately. It's been really Jake Paulish nonsense, and it just really didn't interest me too much. So I haven't been really with it, if you understand. So, but what I did have to make an episode on, and straight up, was definitely the Idubbbz versus, the RiceGum content cop stuff. Unless you're living under a rock, Idubbbz did a content cop on RiceGum, which pretty much just calls him out on all his, nonsense and BS. And it was pretty epic. I mean, I really enjoyed that content cop. I like RiceGum. I mean, I'm not like, I don't dislike him, but a lot of what Idubbbz said was absolutely true. RiceGum has that attitude of, a young guy who came into a lot of money fast and is just out to show it off. And, if it works for him, it works for him, so why the hell not? You know what? If I suddenly became an overnight millionaire, I might do the exact same thing, so who am I to really judge here? But that RiceGum content cop was probably my favorite one that he's ever done. The diss track at the end was amazing. I did not see that coming at all. What's interesting about it is that, when you first see H3H3, you're like, okay, yeah, I know. They hang out, they do videos together. I saw H3H3 being there. But when PewDiePie came in, that was epic as hell. That took that video to like an 8 to a 10 immediately. I just couldn't believe it. And I thought that was pretty awesome. It's always fun to watch, YouTubers come together. Certainly, Jake Paul, RiceGum, and all those guys do it all the time too. They're always banding together over there in their Team 40 houses and whatever else. So it was really cool to see, especially coming from someone like Idubbbz, who's pretty much just a huge meatball, huge idiot. But, that you love, you can't get enough of, or at least me personally. And I really liked it. Then I watched RiceGum's response, and some of the points he took, he was like, okay, I'll give him that. And then others, he tried to be really stupid about, mostly that, the rape, insensitive remarks he was making. And then he got that girl on his response. And I really loved the part where she's like, oh, well, I'm a stripper now. So, and then he's like, okay, well, since you're doing so well in life, your parents are proud of you. I don't know what parent would be proud of their daughter being a stripper. I don't care how much money she makes, but I thought that whole thing was just stupid and really ridiculous and should have been just cut right out. Maybe if she was a high-end CEO of a business or something like that, but a stripper, I mean, come on, RiceGum, that was ridiculous. And then, of course, Idubbbz did the deputy on that afterwards and pretty much just picked apart a few more things. Because, like, RiceGum's so defensive. He's just, like, it's a few of the points he's just so defensive. And he's all just like, what do you expect me to do? What do you expect me to do? I mean, I was young. This was 2 years ago. And it's like, you know what, bro? Come on, get over it. Who cares? Like, shut up. Like, Leafy kind of did the same thing. He just took too offense to it, and he should have just chilled out and, just whatever, just went with it. But either way, I thought it was epic as hell. I got that Idubbbz, that track on my, on my MP3 in my car. I love that song so much, and it's good. So either way, I mean, that's, of course, now pretty much under the bridge. This was a week or so ago, and that's how it is. And so we'll look forward to seeing who's next. But I'm sure RiceGum will be fine. I'm sure he ain't going anywhere. So we'll continue to see his diss tracks. Oh, and a quick little note was RiceGum's diss track on Idubbbz, which was okay, but it wasn't anything special. I mean, I thought a few parts were pretty good, but for the most part, it was kind of like meh. So anyways, next up, we got, I'm going to talk about a few more YouTubers here now. First off, I'm going to talk about the Jake Paul. Apparently, they're all being evicted out of their houses. I don't know, RiceGum, Team 10, all of them are being evicted. They're all being sued and stuff, and they're making these cry videos about it, and it's like, who cares? Like how many houses have you already been moved out of and evicted from and everything else? I have news for you. When you have money, when you're, borderline, rich, getting evicted and having to move isn't that big of a deal. Now, if you're poor or, middle class and you're getting evicted, you're losing your house, you have a problem. Now, you're going to be out on the street. So all these, million view YouTubers, million sub YouTubers that are saying they're going to be out on the street, get out of here. You street my ass. You know what I'm saying? They are going to be fine. They have a million different places they can go. They have the money to go, rent a hotel for the rest of their friggin' life, pretty much, if they wanted to. So I don't want to hear it. When it's a struggling YouTuber that's losing their house, then that's something that, to care about, to, show support for, because that person is getting, they are in trouble. They are, they have an issue. Like, if you're losing your house, that's a problem. And if you can't afford, there's so much in life that, you don't, a lot of people don't understand that if you don't have the money, you have problems if things happen like that. How many people, something like 50% of people, if their car breaks down tomorrow, they don't have the money to fix it. So anyways, I don't want to talk about them because they annoy the hell out of me for the most part. I'm so tired of all their antics, and I don't know how anyone outside of, I guess, 11-year-old girls watch their stuff. So next up, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk quickly about Leafy. I always hear him mentioned. I always see Keemstar and all them mentioning him about how he's like, so, dead and, after and everything else. And it's like, I don't really understand why. Leafy's channel really hasn't changed at all. He still does the exact same things as he used to do. And I still enjoy him. Like, I enjoy him, Leafy himself. I prefer his face cam videos. I am getting a little tired of just watching, random Doom gameplay and things like that. But, I like Leafy's videos. So I don't know why everyone's always smashing on him. Like, I don't get it. But either way, next up, I actually want to talk about somebody that was in relation with Leafy and everything. That was Misha, the Pokemon Go kid. There's somebody that fell off. Wow, did he ever disappear? Look him up right now, and I'm surprised no one did a video on this. He did another diss track on Jake Paul, actually, and then he mentioned, people like Leafy and Keemstar and them in that video as well. So it was just a big fire diss, on fire diss track on Jake Paul and, YouTubers such as him. And, of course, for the most part, I mean, it's Misha, so it's pretty cheesy. But I honestly can't believe I didn't hear anything about it. And its views are pretty low for, for what, he used to pull in. But I think that was because he used to get so much negative press about it all. So since nobody talked about it, no one did videos on it, it just didn't get the views. But he's still out there doing that stuff. And it was pretty interesting to stumble upon the other day when I just searched him up for fun. Next up, we'll just pass over that, is a YouTuber I found recently. As some of you may know, I like the Odd Ones Out. He does animations and lifetime stories, about working at Subway and all this other jazz. So I found another guy called Don Hinds. He's the young Don the Sauce God. He's very similar, does the same kind of animations as the Odd Ones Out. And again, it's just life stories, his first girlfriend, his first bully experience, all that kind of stuff. And I found his videos lately, and I've been really watching them a lot, and I really like them. So I recommend if you watch The Odd Ones Out, go check him out. And I don't think you'll be disappointed because his videos are very interesting and a lot of fun. Next, quick little discussion about the Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce nonsense that happened. And just honestly, just all the people bashing Rick and Morty right now. I'll probably do a video on it myself. More defending than a lot of people lately have been attacking. I usually take the other side of these things. But I just want to talk about it really quickly, and just the Szechuan sauce incident itself, and just how stupid McDonald's was to only have it in such short demand, like short supply. At the very least, they could have had enough to last the day. At each location where it was, they should have, you know, I think one day was stupid by itself. It should have at least been a week or a month or however long. But just one day was ridiculous. And then to run out so fast was ridiculous. I'm not saying everyone should have been freaking out and acting like idiots because, you know, that's ridiculous. But McDonald's, come on. Like, you know, they got the money. They could make that sauce, you know, for the rest of their life. It's not a problem. So why they just didn't supply restaurants with a full amount was just the stupidest thing I ever saw. Like, clearly they were, you know, taking a page on Nintendo's book and, you know, putting things in short supply and just, you know, pissing everybody off. So, of course, now you got Szechuan sauce on eBay for $1,000 and, you know, for a little packet and just ridiculous stuff like that. But quick note is just that McDonald's has apparently said that they're going to release it for around Christmas time, around the December, possibly for the whole month. I'm not sure. Maybe all McDonald's, I hope so. Because, you know, being down here in Canada, I certainly didn't get it. I didn't even know it was happening. I found out like 3 days later when the YouTube videos started popping up. So either way, that's my quick YouTube chat this week. I just wanted to get a couple things out of the way and talk about the Idubbbz and, you know, the gums and a few other things. So leave a like if you liked anything, agreed with me on anything. Leave a comment below. You know, smash that like button. You smash it. No, sorry, I just got to say it sometimes. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.